Pop Squat, coming at you. We've got another track sent in by Jake. Before we get to it though, tomorrow, or today if it's Monday for you already, which it probably is because I don't think this is going to get uploaded before Monday. But anyway, later today, Monday night, the 24th of April 2023, I'm going to be drawing a winner for the 30,000 subscriber giveaway. And if you want to enter into that drawing, you can do so if you do it right away, like after this gets uploaded. On the Chief Keef video that's linked down below, it's called Lucky Bastard. You just need to enter the number 30,030,000 and be in the US, be able to be delivered to by Amazon. I'll do the drawing tomorrow afternoon, evening, and get that into the videos tomorrow and let the winner know who they are, and hopefully get in touch with them very soon thereafter. Now, let's go to Jake's request. This is a song called On Thin Ice from God's Wisdom and Lucy. I'm going to say again, if you name yourself something that is a really common phrase or a really common name, it makes it really difficult to search for who you are. So like somebody whose just rap name is Lucy, not useful. There is someone named Lucy Love that I found, but I don't think that's who this is. And God's Wisdom, there's a lot of people online talking about God's Wisdom, but include the word rapper after it, and you find God's Wisdom on Genius, a titan of the underground Massachusetts art rap scene. God's Wisdom has been a prominent figure in small but loyal circles for years. He's released a number of projects and was a member of Dark World Records, notably releasing a collaborative album with fellow member DJ Lucas, God's Lucas, but left soon after to pursue more experimental ventures. So that is what I know about God's Wisdom. Hopefully that is the person we are talking about. I also have the lyrics for this track. This is the first track on this album, which is also called On Thin Ice. It's a 5-track EP. I guess I'd call that an EP. Came out in 2016. And let's see. God's Wisdom and Lucy, who is Cooper B. Handy. Okay, hold on. Let's see if there's some information. No information about Cooper B. Handy. What about God's Wisdom? Just what I read. Okay, I already looked at that. This is, let's see, 2 minutes and 46 seconds. It is considered a pop track. Interesting. I also kind of like this cover artwork that they have here. The guy frozen in the ice with his hand coming up. I like it. Let's check this out. Once again, thanks to Jake for sending this in. I have never heard of either of these guys, so I'm very curious. And let's do it. God's Wisdom and Lucy with On Thin Ice. There we go. I've got lyrics.
Everything's nice in the shallow water with little bits of ice.
Okay, this is really pretty funny. I gotta back up. This is cool, weird, experimental stuff. I get the art rock scene reference that was in his background. Okay, like that.
Everything's nice in the shallow water with little bits of ice. I love you more every day. I'm thin ice. It feels so nice. I'm melting more every day. Now you see me walking and you already know. Walking on thin ice above the water so cold. Thin ice around some places I love. Thin ice around some people I know. I feel it more and more each day.
This is very weird, and the stuff that keeps coming up in my head is like weird little random just bursts of like, oh, this reminds me of like some alternative band from the 80s that from Britain that used horns. I and in some weird way I also get some of the more experimental stuff from like XTC, maybe Dukes of the Stratosphere, some of their projects. I'm trying to think of some of the other groups. There was a band I really liked years and years ago called Skin. This was in my high school years, and I haven't been able to find anything about them online. But they had a little bit, especially with like the horns and stuff like that. This is. I wish I could think of exactly the artists that I'm thinking of, but this is interesting to me, and there's definitely some XTC in this for me, which is one of my absolute favorite bands ever. So I'm enjoying this, and what he's doing with his voice is really interesting. How he kind of lowers his voice and slows down, and then he sings a little higher in another section. It's really interesting. He's going all out in terms of the experimental side of things, and it's interesting.
Sun's hot, drip, drop. Look at the clock. Lights bright, thin ice. Isn't it nice? Everything's nice.
See, that guitar riff right there is absolutely reminds me of some like British rock band or like progressive alternative band from the 80s, and I cannot tell you what.
Everything's nice. In the shallow water with little bits of light.
Maybe English beat, something like that. That's weird.
And you already know, walking on thin ice above the water so cold. Thin ice around some places I love. Thin ice around some people I know. I feel it more and more each day. The sun's hot, drip, drop. Look at the clock. Lights bright, thin ice. Isn't it nice? Pop goes the weasel. The sun's hot, drip, drop. Look at the clock. Lights bright, thin ice. Isn't it nice?
Interesting. Yeah, definitely interesting. I would love to have somebody like Brian Eno listen to this and see what he thinks of it, and because he's super experimental, does all sorts of crazy stuff with sound, and these guys are doing some amazing things. Do I love it like enough to download to want to hear it a bunch? Not quite. There's not enough of a hook there for me to get it. It's one of those songs that I would be really happy to hear when I listen to an album. What is really fantastic is that this is the first track on this EP, and if this is the first track, you know the rest of this album is going to be crazy experimental and cool. I doubt I will have more tracks from them. I say that. Hold on a second, because maybe Jake sent me a few different things. Here we go. Let me see what Jake is. One of my patrons. If you want to be a patron, you can go down to the link down below. Jake, no, there is not another song by these guys in his list. So I might go check out this album because I'm very curious. It's only 5 songs. I can just download it and listen to it on my phone in the car or something. So I'm super curious about it. I wonder where they go with it. It's really cool. It's really cool and very, very different. I love weird music. I'm curious what these guys have done since then, but we'll see. Maybe I'll look into them because I am curious. Pop Squat. Checking out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Go to the video for Lucky Bastard by Chief Keef and enter the number 30,000 if you want to be in on the drawing. I'm doing it tomorrow. Drawing tomorrow. Please go do it quickly. Adios. Bye-bye.